Hey, okay. All right. So it's your boy Shaman King, and we're about to play uh some Hearthstone. Yes, yes, indeed we are. I am for those of you who don't know, I am the um, self-proclaimed king of all shaman players. I think I'm a pretty good shaman tactician. I definitely uh, it's my primary class that I use. And so, you know what I'm saying? I think I have a fair amount of tips and tricks. But today, what we're going to talk about is how to rock, paper, scissors the meta. And get into a few games. And I'm going to show you what this concept means. Basically, once you've uh, designed some decent decks, and you want a wide variety of decent decks, you know what I'm saying? Once you've designed some and you've tested them and you know that they're kind of successful, and I'm a homebrew guy, so most of my decks are homebrew decks. So, you know what I'm saying? We got, some very off meta decks that really have their utility when you're on ladder. So with the rock, paper, scissors concept, what you're going to really be doing here is you're going to take three classes and you're going to play one game at a time with each class, and you're going to rotate. And you're never going to play two back-to-back games with the same class, basically, in this particular approach to climbing the ladder. And you know what I'm saying? It's a multi-seasonal approach. So if you're a homebrew guy like me, and you like to make your decks and you want to really see your decks stick over time, take this approach and you'll see that your ladder climb will be much more manageable. So the decks that I am thinking about using today are, and here's the concept. So you have your rock deck, which is going to be kind of your most aggressive deck. It's also going to be your most well balanced deck. It's really going to be, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, what your best deck is. You know what I'm saying? Then, uh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So mine's already done. So I'm going to have to explain to you how I got to this point. Um, my primary rock deck is going to have to be History Buff Shaman, and I'm being transparent with you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I've ever really kind of just went really into my strategy like this for mass consumption, and now I'm starting to realize why streamers stream because man, this is going to influence the meta if you guys actually start doing this stuff. But um, hopefully that's a good thing. Wow. Okay, cool. So History Buff Shaman, right? Yeah. So History Buff Shaman is pretty cool. I guess we can go to the collection. We're in no rush to hop on the ladder. Let's actually take a look into some of these decks and the reasoning behind them. So History Buff Shaman, as the name suggests, works around History Buff and playing lots of minions. So we got Evil Totem here. We got Infested Golem, which is an excellent roadblock. Um, we got a couple of Bad Luck Albatross in there. And that's, you know what I'm saying, really to combat against singleton decks. And it's just a really solid minion. You can also double it. Or no, you can't. Can you double it? No, you can't double it, but you can boost it. Um, but yeah, so this deck is you know what I'm saying, it's really based off of, putting a lot of minions on the board early. We got some pretty decent card draw here with Totemic Reflection. We also, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of you know what I'm saying, the totem synergy, Flame Tongue Totem, Evil Totem. We can double up a lot of things with that. Wind Speaker is really a pro card. Wind Speaker comes down in turn 4, and if you have any buffed minions on the board, it can give them Wind Fury, and that's crazy. But not only that, on turn 7, 8, 9, if you manage to have any buffed minions by those turns, he can slam down and give them Wind Fury. He's almost like a hero, you know what I'm saying? But you only want to put one of them in your deck, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not banking on it, but when it happens, it's glorious, you know what I'm saying? So Wind Speaker comes in handy. Bloodlust is in here, and I just recently put Bloodlust in here because I get a lot of minions on the board. And then also we have Lady Vosh in here, and she can pull some of these spells for cheap. You feel me? And I try not to put too many low cost spells in this deck because I'm running Farsight, for instance, and Farsight discounts a card for 3. So if you draw a card that's less than 3, that's, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't get as much value. So you try to have as many cards as possible in your deck, more than 3. And this is I'm only going to go as extensively into this particular deck for this tutorial, and we'll go into some of the other decks as well, but not maybe not this extensive. But yeah, so that's pretty much the general theory behind History Buff Shaman. Manatide Totem is a staple. It's a good mulligan card you want to grab during the mulligan. Helps you get some of your pieces, your key pieces that you need to activate your strategy. I'm really experimenting with Terran Gore theme. It's a really good legendary minion, and I have a lot of minions on the board. This one eats them up and spits them back out with a buff, but at the same time, I'm also thinking of dropping him for another hex, just because there's so many big minions and bullshit on the ladder right now. But yeah, yeah. All right, so let's go on to the next deck, guys. Let's go on to the next deck. I try not to use 2 of the same class, but I'm itching to use Vicina Totem Shaman as well, along with my History Buff Shaman. And then my third deck, why not go with one of my Druid decks? Alright, so let's look into Kessler Park. Alright, so this is an Embiggen Druid with 1 Embiggen. We got 2 Bad Luck Albatross. Why? Why do we have Bad Luck Albatross in here? Because we hate singleton decks. That's why. Turn 4. Dragon Ball Poacher. This is killing dragon. Alright, so we got 2 Bad Luck Albatross and the rest dragons. It looks like. Okay, so let's count our dragons here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dragons. 8 if you count Fairy Dragon. We got 8 dragons. That's a nice amount. You feel me? I could take a Bad Luck Albatross out for another Evasive Failing, or I could leave it alone. But yeah, so we got 2 Starfalls. Why do we have 2 Starfalls? Are we that afraid of the early game? I'm thinking through this deck, guys, as preparing to hop on ladder, which is a good idea. Looks like this might be housekeeping. Hopefully, Gucci though. All right. I kind of want to squeeze one more dragon in there just because we have Frizz Kindle Root, and she definitely gets us a huge discount on things if she goes off early. And even if she goes off late, especially with Embiggen, you know, huge discount. And let's get a jump. Okay, yeah. I think I like this. I think I like it a lot. Unnurtured Hidden Oasis. Alright, so we got 2 Hidden Oasis in this deck. basically, this is our bread and butter. The only way a untapped potential deck works properly is with Hidden Oasis. So this is, you know what I'm saying? It's a homebrew. You feel me? It's a dragon, but you know what I'm saying? We got some protection against singleton decks here, some hardcore protection. And you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Some things going on, man. We got some things going on. And low key, I'm thinking. Yeah, this is just an all-out tutorial, you guys. I hope you're down for the adventure here because we are experimenting. And if you're into making decks like me, go smoke a blunt, pause this video, come back. We're gonna get into some real theory here, man. For real. Okay, so we got Winged Guardian, which is an excellent card because it's sticky and it comes back to life. And oh yeah, we're about to get crafty, guys. All right, so we're gonna call this bonus feature. We're about to delete a deck and create another one. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're just going to upgrade a deck. So we got Grove Side and we got New Beast Druid. Let's see what Grove Side looks like. And obviously this isn't a wild. We do have Wing Guardian in there. Alright, Mulch Muncher. Feel ya. Yeah, this deck is good. I don't know what I'm thinking. Alright, I lied, guys. I lied. Back up to Castle Park. Alright, so it could go in there, but we got Keeper of the Grove. Fuck it. My deck theory is solid. You know what I'm saying? I think I did a good job of designing this deck. We got Keeper of the Grove. And you feel me? He silent stuff, and that's great. That's excellent. And you feel me? Then we also have sorry guys, I'm sorry. Breath of Dreams, which is 2 costs and it can gain you an empty mana crystal, which is why we only run 1 nourish in this deck, because the idea is you'll get a dragon in hand and you'll get that card to go off, and low key, if it goes off correctly, down early, and it helps you get your quest off and some extra mana. So when your stuff starts dropping down, your 4 drops come out on curve. Yeah, this is a good deck. You know what I'm saying? It curves out. Innervate is just to ease the curve in. So when you start getting to your 3s and your 4s, you might pull an Innervate. You know what I'm saying? And you can squeeze one of those in untapped potential turn and get some stuff grooving. But yeah, so I think this is the 3 decks we're gonna use. We're back on task, guys. I almost wanted to make a deck. Sidetrack, housekeeping was lurking, but we're back. Okay, so third and final deck we're going to put in this rock, paper, scissors combo is Vecina Totem Shaman. Now, unlike History Buff Shaman, this works off of more totem synergies. We still have Wind Speaker in here to hop and double up on some stuff. We dropped the Lightning Storms for Living Dragon Breath, the card, the character. And when he plops down, he unfreezes everything, which is anti, right now, it's really good anti mage protection. We're only running 1 hex though, which might not be the best idea. We got the Bloodlust going, we got the Cena going, yeah, I think Bloodlust is overkill. Let's switch this out for Hex. Another Hex. We already got Earthshock. So yeah, this deck is just going to be a little more it's going to be a little more protective. We got one Feral Spirit, and that's to stretch my board early. And the reason I was stretching my board was for that freaking Bloodlust. But instead of Bloodlust, we're just going to rely on Vicina. Vicina gives you a miniature Bloodlust, but then we also got Splitting Axe and Totemic Reflection. Some really good totem synergy here. Totemic Surge. We are not running the Evil Totem, which is what we probably should be running in order just to push this deck over, just because it's really petty and repetitive in the early game. It can give you some cards and some value. And instead, I am running Surging Tempest, I guess, which is certainly not a good alternative. I don't know. Sometimes I just like to be gangster like that. I really never liked Evil Totem. I really never liked Lackeys. And so I try not to use them. This deck is definitely swaggy. I'm using this guy, right? But should I be running Splitting Axe? Thinking about taking Surging Tempest out, because this card, it's a one drop, right? It gives you a start of some sort. If you can get some sparks going, you can boost them up a little. Not even the best one drop. I'm about to switch this guy out. We're about to see something else. We're about to see. What can we do here? 2-3 with taunt. Definitely come in. Okay. And that gives Lady Bosch another card to grab. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to take this guy out. We're going to add another Feral Spirit here. And I was thinking of something else. Bear with me, guys. We're doing just a little deck modification here, giving Lady Bosch a few more spells to play with. Cheaper spells, that is. Feral Spirits. Okay, so I took one of those guys out, right? And I was thinking to myself, okay, now we got two of these. They're gonna come in, discount shit. I don't have that weapon no more, do we? We don't have the frog weapon that gains benefit from overload. Don't. And this deck also does not have alright, so I see what it's trying to do. Totem. Alright. What these guys are out there doing, but let's play some video game music in the background of our stream, because we got some rowdy housekeeping out there being rather rambunctious this morning. Alright. Alright, you guys. Hopefully we got some music to distract you from the jostling and rustling out there. Alright. Got some somber music. I was hoping for something a little more turn. Yeah. This is not gonna work.
You want your videos to look amazing, right? Part of that is shooting it correctly. But you know what a lot of people don't do?
Nah, shut up. I don't need help with my videos. My videos are fine. Alright, so we just got some new cards, I thought. They're not in the initiate set. They must be in Galacticron's Awakening. Or maybe they're Outland. And they're not 2-drop. It's not 2. Okay, what is that card? Okay, Vivid Spores. Give your minions Death Rattle, resummon this minion. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Because we're splitting that's monstrous, man. Okay. And that's another spell. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna work out. We got a Spell Shaman coming into action, man. Okay. So those are all 3s, 2s. Alright, see, the only problem with that is Lavosh got too many cheap spells she accidentally get. Too many cheap spells she can accidentally get. But the problem, the cool thing about that is those cheap spells, if they come down early, they all empower me for my totems and shit. So it's cool. It's cool. Alright, so I really think I need my 1 Surging Tempest in there. I'm thinking of taking out Guardian Hog Merchant for Vivid Spores. Because I don't want to double him, no way. But he is good though. Vivid Spores and bam. Alright, with no further ado. Ooh, Torrent. Deal 8 damage to a minion, cost 3 less if you cast a spell last turn. That might make his way. Might make his way in there. Alright, the Cena Total Shaman. Alright, so here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. And we're gonna go like that. Alright. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Start with our rock. History buff shaman. And we'll get into some further deck theory here as well. Maybe play about 9 rounds. Who knows?
The forest fights back.
Alright, so I don't want that. Okay, so we are in the age of Outland. This is the Outland meta. So one of the things you want to learn, that you need to know about Outland meta is we got Demon Hunters and they're running amok. You feel me? I will give you a little tip, a little secret. I got to gold rank 10 by playing Demon Hunter the first 2 days of the new month. You feel me? And I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just climb a ladder and get to a point where I can experiment with my decks. Now we're really getting into the meta. So I would say, you know what I'm saying, when you choose your rock, paper, scissors theories, or when you do your rock, paper, scissors theory, or when you practice it, you know what I'm saying, when you practice this theory, you know what I'm saying, use Demon Hunter as your rock in the sense of it's going to be pretty much the easiest bully on the meta right now to kind of climb with, and you feel me? Hopefully, you guys will have some because yeah. So to further explain, basically, um, you don't want the AI to match you up with um, unfair competition, and so what you're doing with your individual decks is you're trying to find counters in the meta that you can use to beat certain decks. And the way you first do it is like what I did with this deck. I basically I played it enough times to where I started to see where the meta was, and that's how I built the deck. You know what I'm saying? So now that I've kind of become comfortable with the build order and the structure of the deck, um, then you have to start to acknowledge its weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it has good chemistry, good synergy, has a lot of good mechanics going for it, and you'll start to see over time different weaknesses that your deck has, and you'll be like, okay, should I keep changing it? Should I keep making augmentations? And sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is you've done enough. The deck is good. It just has some weaknesses. Excuse me. And unfortunately, if you're not playing a meta deck, if your deck is not on Hearthstone.com, you can't go on there and I mean not Hearthstone. Some of these stuff like Vicious Syndicate or whatever, you can't go on there and look at the deck and be like, you know what I'm saying, what are the weaknesses and strengths of my deck that I made from home. You feel me? That guy just had a good turn. Swipe into Holy Wrath. Mmm. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, ain't that about a easy? Hmm. Should I go for it again? Think they gonna give me?
Your head isn't as empty as it looks.
And then see, I can eat all of that, and everything's gonna come back with 1/1. But I don't think it preserves my. I don't have a stat bonus on that, do I? I do not actually. I do not. I think I'm going to resist temptation and go another turn. Another turn with my Gorfine, which could prove to be disastrous. He could pull out a fucking um Starfall right here and just completely wipe me out, or virtually wipe me out. Breath of Dreams, interesting. Ah, you naughty man, you. Okay, two of the more weaker cards. No problem. Okay, should I try to take out somebody or should I just leave it alone? I'm gonna leave it alone.
Not the face!
Now let's hope he doesn't have a what do you call it? A fucking uh spell breaker. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we're just gonna have to crack the egg on your head. Oh Lord, man, they didn't put my positionings right, did they? I don't think so, man. That's not cool. They did not put my positioning right at all. Let's go with bad boy. And just because, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be targeted, might as well give them some spikes, some added spikes. You feel me? Put some added spikes on them.
We must stop this corruption.
He got a little dragon, a dragon druid. I bet you his ain't as good as ours. Mm, mm, mm. See these boys. I won't say they cheap, but they ain't playing fair. What should I do, fellas? What should I do? Go ahead, get him out of my ear. He's definitely in my ear. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? I guess I could do all that. Looks like it's crunch time, fellas. We gotta make some shake. Are we out of there? And sometimes I just how the cookie crumbles, man. But this is the deck that I want to be successful. So even with this process, it's still a learning process. If we have to figure out something to correct in order to make this deck cruise through the meta a little easier, and it's just what we got to do, you know. Okay, you got a lightning storm. That's not much of a help to us, is it? Not really at all. Is it? Nope. But I'm gonna go ahead and crank it though. Alright, so this is another cool thing about a deck tracker. You can see other people's decks. So far, these are the cards he's played. So he's running a dragon.
Let's see.
He's running a dragon druid of some sort.
We must
And
stop this corruption.
he's played some boo-boo cards, like, okay. So he played 2 Emerald Explorers and 2 evasive Dragonoids and a Twin Tyrant. Which is not too surprising since he did the imprisoned Satar trick, which we might start using one day. Right now, not something we own. Blood. You know what I'm saying? The way his deck came out, it just was fortunate. You know what I'm saying? He got a Breath of Dreams. Thing I'm looking at the most though is, you know, double Emerald Explorer, double Evasive Dragonoid. Those are 2 very expensive cards, and they're pretty late cards to have
What if?
and to win the game through by playing them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had RNG. Maybe it was his RNG at this point. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what some of his more cheaper cards are. You know what I'm saying? He's running 2 Wrath. That's a defensive card. You know what I'm saying? He got Fizzle, Kindle Root, which, you know, she does what she do. And it's an aggressive card, actually, to be honest with you. You got the Breath of Dreams, etc., etc. Let's see what this might be. It better better be easy. Don't give me nothing.
about a new eye? How about a new eye? Assimilate!
But yeah, man, he got a very expensive deck. He pulled one Breath of Dreams out, and you know what I'm saying, just some really ideal plays happen for him. And he's a slow player too, man. Sometimes when you're up against slow players and, and your deck hits a roadblock like this, it's best to
Let's
quit
see.
because the guy's just taking too long. I want my decks to roll, and if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose, man. You feel me? Plus, I took y'all's time while I was building my deck. Yeah, that was being cocky of you, brother. Little do you know, 9 times out of 10, I would have won that match. It's too slow. Too slow. But see, it's a gift and a curse, man. You take that much time to play, he's gonna be sitting up on a ladder, inching up the ladder, increment by increment, forever. Meanwhile, while we using our rock paper scissors approach, our roadblocks are going to be
You asked for it. The forest
fewer
awaits
and farther
today.
between. Hopefully, you know? Do you hear me? All right, so now that we're playing Druid, let's go over some Druid basics. Crystal Merchant, a very amazing card. I use it a lot in combination with Untapped Potential. You don't have to, but I find it very amusing and useful in doing so. It creates the effect that the game is unwinnable in some senses, and that's because it's a 2-drop. It draws you resources. This is very scary when played correctly. All right, so we're running Untapped Potential, but we don't want them to know we're running Untapped Potential. So sometimes it's a good idea to not play it on turn 1, but to wait to turn 2. But in this case, we actually have,
How about
okay, we actually have,
go short?
okay, yeah. So what we're going to do is Forbidden Technique. Ultra Forbidden Technique or just Forbidden Technique? Yeah, Forbidden Technique. Ooh, that was Forbidden Technique. Don't ever do that. You feel me? This is not very good. What I just did there was just to scare him. Turn 1, 1/4, that draws me a card if I have leftover mana. Isn't that scary? That's scary.
Crystal clear.
I'm crystal clear. I did all that card spending. I still have 4 cards in my hand. And I'm progressing on my quest. Oh, did he put a quest out there? Yes, he did. Just imagine how scared he is right now. Even with his Raid the Sky Temple quest in hand. It's like, how am I going to kill that 1/4 that's been on the board for multiple turns?
This'll be good.
I don't know. You tell me.
Crystal clear.
I haven't seen a Mana Worm in forever. I guess because they bumped the cost up to 2 or something. But as you can see, my cards are very expensive in hand. And I'm running Quest. So what does that tell you? You feel me? It's like Druid can run Quest. Don't be afraid. You feel me? You guys, all of my followers, please like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter.
Chill or sparkle.
Club God Says on Twitter. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd, but I'm also a thug. So don't be surprised. You hop on the Twitter, see some
This'll be good.
ratchet shit. Based in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? So if you're in Dallas, you know, say what's up. I'll at your boy. Feel me? And let's smoke a blunt or something, you feel me? Smoke a blunt, run a few games of Hearthstone. I'm down for it. Down for it, man. This guy don't seem like he really seen what was coming. He pulled this off of a spell, so I don't know what his game plan is. I really don't. And he also takes a long time. It looks like he's gonna lose though. Alright. It looks like you might have a singleton deck going on over there, which in that case you're definitely not gonna like that. Bad luck. Albatross. Alright. You know what I'm saying? It's my time, fam. Let's shine, fam. You feel me? It's our time, fam. Turn 6, 2/7/7s with rush. Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. We ain't running 2 in biggins. We only running 1. You know why? Because 2 is too much. You don't want cards that cost too much, fam. And biggin gives all your minions 2/2. They cost 1 more. Only 1 more. Not too much more. But, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a 7 cost minion that's supposed to cost 5 is just a little too much. You can sometimes. What? This guy stuff turned into frogs. Okay. Not that I didn't expect it. Not that I didn't expect it. Alright. We're on turn 7. I could play a 7. But it looks like the play of the day is turn 7. 7/7. 2-0. Little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta
You're in my
hit them with the sauce,
hands now.
man. Hit them with the flavor. That was pretty good. That was really good. What I really want to do is put down a fence, but instead, what I'm going to do is hit them with the
What if?
fader. Hit them with the fader. And that total pilgrim was a gift. I don't know what kind of gift uh gift made you over there playing, bro. But I'm pretty sure it's a singleton deck, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty pissed that the bad luck albatross put some weak albatross in his deck. Oh, so you just gonna praise me about it? Yes, about it. Yes, it's nice, mom. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and throw up our fence. You feel me? Like as you mean. And the spell can come in handy. It really can. But it also cannot. That card always comes in handy. Take some of that lead down, my brother. Now you gotta kill stuff on the board. You feel me? I'm not gonna freeze myself so you can think. You know what I'm saying? Going face. Ah, how convenient. And we can't even be mad, bruh, because our deck is amazing.
My dream is your nightmare.
Bees to a dragon? Really, Monica? Really, Monica? This boy over here turning stuff into frogs and stuff. Why? Okay. Okay, so what we gonna do is we could either, man, we got so many options, but what we are going to do is corruption. You feel me? I'm gonna grab another one. We should have grabbed Twilight Drake though. Watch that be. Okay, just a sky barrier, ice barrier. Okay, 3-3. And I went on the dragon, so it didn't hit my face. But that saved him though, cause that was poisonous. That thing could have really fucked him up. He only got 3 cards, man. He's taking too long. Let's get on to our next game, man. Okay. Puzzle box of yards are on. Like we're afraid of that. This is why I don't like Mage, you know what I'm saying? Because Mage is, oh, you gave me a treat. Okay, you even bigging yourself. Okay, call some shit out. That's fine. Libram of Hope. Oh snap, that's pretty bad. Okay, yes, that's pretty good. Not so good. Give me a Libram. Okay, but yeah, this is why I don't like Mage. You know what I'm saying? You can do that all day. Okay? I'm not impressed.
My hand overflows.
Ah, you got me. Little bitch, you got me. You running Librams. Fuck is you mean? Really would, but fuck what you talking about, bruh? And armor coming off. Dying soon. Bam. Fuck is you mean? See, there's really not too much more to teach y'all. This deck is playing out how it's supposed to, but you know, gotta deal with this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime,
I must safeguard the land.
wow, that's a pretty good mind vision you got there, buddy. Oh my. Well, see, it didn't even help you. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even help you. You out of there.
You got me.
Yeah, I did. Long time ago. People just love to drag games out, and I don't. You feel me? So that's why we quit the last one, and that's why that guy refused to quit. All right. The last prong in the rock, paper, scissor element we have here is Vecina Totem Shaman. We're going Shaman, Druid, Shaman. This rotation. And hopefully we can strike gold. Haven't run into any demon hunters, which is refreshingly odd. Refreshingly, not odd, refreshingly good. I like it. Alright, Lucina. You see what you got going. Yeah, Earthshot, everything, all that. Got everything we need. Everything we need. Vivid Spores are gonna sneak up on niggas, watch. I'm telling you, fam. We put one Vivid Spores in here on ninjas. I need to really cut down the N word out of my stream. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm still unpolished, getting up there. Definitely get more subscribers. Need to clean it up a bit. Ninjas. I can say ninjas. That's just as cool. I'm cool enough. I don't need to be edgy. Only thing I hope that that's not would be, you feel me? I would hope that that's not a freezing trap, which, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not. She has a weak animation. What did her animation do? I'm gonna pay more attention next time I see this shit. Man, now it's almost guaranteed to be a freezing trap. One of them. You feel me? Almost guaranteed. Which means. Yeah, see, I don't have no secret destroyer, so I'm gonna have to. Right?
Deloa, speak to me.
Mm-hmm. It's almost guaranteed, but fuck it. Pack tactics. That's not bad. Okay, cool. Cool. Pack tactics. That's not bad. Pressure plate. Okay, cool. That's not bad. Lego. Now, he might, you know what I'm saying? It might be explosive trap.
Nothing but a bunch of
Big bad.
ignorance.
Okay, you got me.
Is this not the path?
Next turn, I only can use 2 mana. That's a bummer. Snipe, misdirection. Oh, that type of shit. Alright. Yeah.
For master we take!
Alright. See, we can't be taking too many for a master. Taking too much shit for a master. You know what I'm saying? So, what we got to do here. This full of fire here. Right? 3 and a 2. I'm gonna go with 3, 2, 1. That way. It is what it is. Oh Lord. Did not see that coming. Yes, I did. Now heal me back for 2. Hey, turn up. Turn up. One day we'll go back and do a totem shaman basics. Oh Lord. This boy ain't playing. Mock my thought line. Mock. This boy pull out that mock the thought line. Okay, so now we have her. You feel me? Let's see what a turn 7 Vicina can do for us.
Sangomar strains, the reservoir remains.
Okay. I can do something like this. I can do something like this. I can do something like this. Alright, now what you got, brother? KRT. Kurt. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Twin spell. Ouch. That hurt.
Well fought. I concede.
That's what I call some action, fellas. Alright, let's see if we can get another one. History buff shaman. Here we go. Last time history buff was stall us out. But I have a feeling good old history buff shaman gonna find his way into this meta one day. If I can help it. And hopefully doing videos like this help my decks get more traction. You know what I'm saying? Because I like my decks. Which would make my decks net decks now. But now that I am part of the net deck equation, net decks aren't so bad. I had a new flavor. More variety. Not the same old same. So yeah. I'm a streamer now. Speaking of streamer, why don't I turn on my stream as well? Why not start streaming? And adjust my camera so you guys can actually see it. Okay, we are playing Totem Shaman, right? Okay. Right.
Look upon me, the aspect of death.
Oh, you taunting over there, brother? We go ahead and we gonna go. I wasn't even gonna hit you with it. But now, fuck is you? Brother. One of the best plays in the game, but at the same time, I just don't like it. It's so despicable. If you can't kill it on this turn, it pays for itself in one drop. Awesome. If you can't kill it on this turn, it more than pays for itself. Nah. Does that add a lackey to his hand? I'm not sure. Yeah, it does. If he can't kill it this turn, it way more than pays for itself. Way more. He probably could kill it too. He probably could kill it. He probably should kill it. But I know he wants to kill the history buff shaman. I know you want to kill that history buff shaman. I'm not even in camera no more. I need to sit up straight so you guys can see it. Sorry. I need to have a little camera of where my camera is right here on my screen so I can see myself. That'd be dope. Need to figure out how to do that. Come on, brother. It shouldn't take all year, fam. Okay, this nigga wanna fight me to death. Shit. You hope that, brother. You did all that. To take all that time. That's what you get, dummy. Ooh. That's not great, but you know, it's did our Lady Boss already come out? I don't think so. Not in this game. She did last game. He over there doing it. You know what I'm saying? He over there living the dream, fam. I guess. Quentin Town. Like ass. Like ass. And the rest of my deck is solid, so I should be good. You know what I'm saying? My lackeys have produced for me. You feel me? Evil told them, you have paid for yourself. Both of you. And if both of you have paid for yourself, and my deck is already good, I should win, right? That's what you would think. But no telling what this fool got going on. Corsair Cash. He done played 2 Corsair Cash and ain't played no weapon. Or he played Livewire Lance.
On wings of healing.
Okay, brother. What got going on, fam? Alright. This ain't really the play of the day, but
Let me tell you a story. On wings of healing.
Nithog, low key. I'm telling you, Nithog. Look at that nigga. Low key. Low key. People sleep on Nithog. You shouldn't sleep on him. You sleep on him, dragons wake up on your ass. Your street buff is a threat, man. You gotta kill. Okay, brother. Okay, brother. See, you put your life on the line. Your brother wins face. Okay. Man. Might want to kill one of them brother.
Someone's gonna lead the charge.
This boy going face. Yeah, fuck it. Sound like a brawl turn to me. That's the case.
I'll show you who's boss.
Or
Trust the
that's what you were trying to do? I never knew that. Alright, we could win next turn. Could. Got bloodlust. And Flame Tongue Totem. He could kill a couple things. He could still win.
so much rage.
Loot? What more can I ask for?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The end of all things.
The end of all things on a bitch ass. And this is how you rock, paper, scissors, the meta. Now, if we had been playing straight history buff shaman, based on the way that first game went, who knows what kind of rep we'd be in right now. But we're streaking, fellas. We're streaking, guys. I need to really be managing my stream. Definitely, you guys are tuned on to the stream. We are playing some Hearthstone. And right now, I'm reintroducing my concept of rock, paper, scissors, scissoring the meta. Which, you know what I'm saying? Just to reiterate, you basically want to get 3 decks, right? You want to keep a fist deck, a rock deck at the forefront. Something strong, something that's well proven, something that you can use to be your test deck. And when you play with that deck, you're actually going to want to, this is actually a good hand. Find its weaknesses eventually. And that's where I left off last time. I think I got derailed on that thought. So let me go back to that thought. Which thought? This thought. When you're making your test, when you're running tests on your primary deck, your rock deck, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find its weaknesses. And then when you find its ultimate weaknesses, after you've already tested your deck, you're going to create your next deck, which is your paper deck, which is this deck. This is our paper deck. We're playing Druid and Big and Druid, and you know what I'm saying? It's our paper deck, and you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily our second best deck, but it's the deck that counters the things in the meta that our rock deck has a hard time with. And so the reason we play our paper deck is to keep the meta pure and make sure that our rock deck actually can rock, you feel me? But then once we start countering the meta for our rock deck, then all of a sudden you'll start finding flaws in your paper deck. And then that's when you create your third and final deck, which will be your scissors deck, which cuts it all up. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm demonstrating to you guys today. Hope you're enjoying the tutorial.
I must safeguard the land.
I must safeguard the land because this nigga did some fuck shit, didn't he? I remember him doing some fuck shit. He had something in his hand. Some frenzied fell wings. That's what he had. Frenzied fell wings in his hand. Safeguarding the land from that shit. I didn't like that shit. Okay, you got some shit. Okay, brother, we see you, brother. We see you, brother. We see you, brother. And so the biggest threat on here is the shielded 1/5. I can kill that. Or I can put two cards on the board. Kill that fucker there. Which on the back end, you know what I'm saying? He would still have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? Take that down by 5, I guess.
What if?
So let's do that, right? Okay. We must safeguard the land. Bam. And while we're safeguarding the land, should we? Might as well. But next turn, we good anyway.
This will be good.
Alright. And this is why we run Hidden Oasis ×2. Because we are dangerously low on health. Believe it or not. 19, that's not a lot of health. Especially with the start he had. If I hadn't discounted that little 1-5 that he had with the shield, boy, we could have been out of there. We could have been out of there. What are you doing? I don't know what this boy doing. He got something going on though. That nigga there, man. He think he doing it too. He is doing it though. I ain't gonna even lie. Little bruh, he is kinda doing it, man. If I do this, 8, you know what I'm saying? 8, 8, you know what I'm saying? 8, 8, 2, you know what I'm saying? It's not aggressive enough. This is what I gotta do. And I can't put that card down. Looks like we got our ace in the hole, folks. If he doesn't kill us this turn, we win.
You were just a bird.
Ain't that about a... You were just a burden. That could have helped you, fam. That would have solidified your victory. Because now, I guess you felt like he was going to just go for broke or some shit.
The fires of vengeance.
Yeah, I really think you fucked yourself. Personally. But who knows? Who knows? And I didn't even get in big in, fam. 15 cards in? No. 12 cards in. Didn't even get in big in.
It's still good.
Okay. I feel you, brother. Just pulled 3 cards by doing that. That's good play.
Hey, I got you.
Okay. Okay. Is this a this is not a legendary? Okay. Yeah. I like that new way of playing Warlock. Alright. Looks like we in major trouble, fellas. Major trouble.
We must stop this corruption.
He was able to spew out a lot of back-to-back minions, though, wasn't he? On me. We're in major trouble, fellas. But I like the pace of this game. He ain't taking forever to play each turn. And with our paper deck, who knows? Maybe these Warlock decks are a thorn in our side. I think we're on the streak, though, so I hope we win. Terrible. So when he comes back, it's gonna be a nightmare. Right now, he ain't doing much. Your demons cost one less. Death Rattle Shuffle. It looks like.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Man, can we catch him with his pants down, bro? He been rolling since day one with one drops. It's turn 10.
Guys, I can't move.
Will it be, brother? Brother? Oh, he said, fuck it. Oh, he said, okay. Alright. Looks like we're just gonna go ahead and just take it slow, I guess. He seemed like he was headed somewhere. He just ran out of steam at the right time for us, hopefully. Because if he don't got nothing in this play, and it's 10, 11, yeah, he might not have nothing. But
Guys, I can't move.
it seemed like he was in our ass at first. You feel me? How do I change the name? What's the name of the title? I like that title. I'm gonna go ahead and say RTS style. Oh man, looks like we did it, fellas. Looks like we did it, fellas. All right, a few more rounds, and I think we will have established something here, you guys. I hope you guys have learned from this. I hope I haven't been too boring. I know there's been some lulls, but hopefully you got some pointers, building strategy ideas, concepts. This is actually the scene of Totem Shaman. I'm seeing history buffs with deck tracker. Get your shit together, man. Get your shit together, deck tracker. You know what? I'm feeling like Wind Speaker. Your boy Wind Speaker might have some up his sleeve. Up his sleeve. You nigga.
Hey,
Got you, friend.
Whoa. All right. Hey, I got your friend. Face ass. But nah, he had a good start. That beaming sidekick is a good card for sure. Looks like we are hitting a roadblock. This is not a good turn for us, though, at all. Splitting axe would be nice.
Guys, I can't move.
I will say this, man. Warlock got some gas, bro. That fool was doing one drops for all the way to turn 10 and with steam type of shit. I don't got nobody's Feral Spirits running, so I really needed that card this time. You know what? As much as I don't want to do this, be behind on tempo. Turn 5, 2, 3, 3. That's not that bad. We really need that Feral Spirits. Turn 3, 2, 3, 2 with talk. That's freaking dope. Good. Okay. Huge. And that thing is just gonna wake up next turn. Dang it. Low key. Go straight. We ain't gonna stress, we blessed. Yes. This nigga gave 2-2 to everything in his hand, didn't he? That scrap imp, that's not cool, fam. Scrap imp is powerful, way more powerful than the other thing. I feel like the dormant one for,
Put this apple on your head.
you know what I'm saying? Scrap imp is like a baby in big. Got some major hoes for that, bro. Can't even wipe two.
How about a new life? How about a new life?
Hmm. Kill, kill, kill. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Kill, kill, kill. This is not usually the move. And because I ain't got shit else. Yep, I thought I was gonna get an easy victory by putting Wind Speaker in my hand. That was probably a bad move. I still haven't got my split next though. I don't want to.
Join or die. Or both.
Look at all those one drops though. Wow. I have a hard time seeing how. I ain't got shit, bro. I ain't got shit. Looks like we lost this one, fellas. Yeah. I don't know, fam. Looks like we're gonna really need that one drop thing. Maybe less square man. Maybe what can you do? What can you say, fam? They really cranked the old Jesus on us. Never. Alright, so this will be our last game. We're back to rock. We went on the streak, you know what I'm saying? We lost some steam. But the main thing is you want to kind of find out where your weaknesses are. It looks like in the last few games, we'll actually pull up the deck tracker afterwards and kind of get an assessment of how these last, was it 6 or 9 games went. Illidan. Who better to test this deck on than the evil scourge of the meta himself, Demon Hunter. None of my decks are particularly tuned to hunt Demon Hunter. This is just a solid deck, so hopefully it just turns out to beat him. But targeting Demon Hunter's cards is not, I won't say necessary. I guess it could be wise, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm targeting other people's cards. So while they target Demon Hunter, I'm targeting them because it's smart. I still want the bonus. We own this. Let me tell you a story. Go ahead and take them out. Or you keep going with your onslaught. Chaos. Drake. Twins. Royce. Kill me for that. Man, go hard, go home, fam. I hate long games. You know what I'm saying? Either you got the victory or you don't. And it don't look like we got it first Demon Hunter, fellas. But we had a good run, man. We had a good run. Now you predicting cards, you showing off now. Now you just showing off.
I see.
But yeah, while you're running up the ladder with Demon Hunter, don't neglect your other classes, man, because Demon Hunter is going to become normal eventually. You know what I'm saying? It might take a full year for it to happen, but eventually you're going to need to be well versed in more than just Demon Hunter decks. So I suggest you get your rock paper scissors going on. Typically, with the rock paper scissors technique, you're going to want to use more than one class type. In this particular episode, we did 2 shaman and 1 druid um, with our concept. And you know what I'm saying? We did it for a particular reason. We're trying to train the meta to be receptive to our shaman decks. And as Shaman King, should expect nothing less. But typically, you know what I'm saying, even when I'm really testing for my Shaman deck, I'm using 2 other decks and 1 Shaman deck. So, you know what I'm saying? Mix and match your rock, papers, and scissors accordingly, but don't deviate from the rotation. Once you start it, you want to play at least 9 games in that rotation, and then go on your deck tracker and kind of see. You know what I'm saying? After this match that looks like we're losing, we're gonna go on our deck tracker and see just how we did and what our matchups were and how we can improve our decks maybe. Um, but yeah, just a long drawn out match. Um, when I say long and drawn out, I mean I knew we were going to lose from the beginning. I just wanted to play through it and just see just how bad we were losing, are going to lose. Sightless Watcher. See, everybody's trying to figure out how to do their Demon Hunter. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Alright, let's pull up this deck tracker, fellas. See how we did. Alright, we just lost to Demon Hunter. Or was that before? 5 minutes ago? Whatever. Um, okay. First Demon Hunter. What? Gotta do something bad. Am I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not responding. Okay, so I guess it must have pulled up the statistics for that deck. Alright, so we're looking at History Buff Shaman. Right. Alright, History Buff Shaman. Alright. So we lost, we won, and we lost. You know what I mean? Lost to Druid. We won against Warrior. And we lost to Demon Hunter, which is not surprising. This deck is really looking abysmal. To you guys, 25% win rate is still, like I said, one of my favorite decks and one of my better decks, actually. The spread looks like we're seeing a lot of Demon Hunters. We're not going to win very many games versus Demon Hunters. And then it looks like we're seeing, what is that, Warlock? A lot of Warlocks. And they're pretty high tuned too, so I'm not looking to be the best, the very best. Like, no man never was. Okay, Pacina Total Shaman. Look at that there. Okay, so this is closer to 50%. You know what I'm saying? We're still seeing far less Demon Hunters, but we're seeing a fair amount of Warlocks. So it looks like we're losing to them. You feel me? You see, Warlock. Okay, we won against a Hunter, and we won against, and we lost against a Warlock. Okay, so yeah, Pacina Total Shaman doing this thing. You feel me? We got. I wish you would show me my best matchup and my worst matchup here. That would be awesome. But we're close to 50% with that deck. It's doing pretty good comparatively. But where's our Kessler Park? Tesla pART. All right. So we won both of our games. And we beat Warlock. 50-50. Okay. Looks like since we restarted the deck tracker on this deck is 50-50. And we lost against Priest and Demon Hunter, won against the Mage and Warlock. Yeah, it still needs a lot of testing though. But it's looking good. It's looking good. That's crazy. Okay, HS replay. It's cool. I fuck with it. Oh, I clicked that so many times. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna get out of there. My Instagram. But yeah, man. So it was fun, doing this tutorial for you guys. Hopefully it didn't last too long. Let's see what the damage is here. See what the damage. We've been recording for how long? No telling. But hopefully you guys learned something. Again, it's your boy Shaman King, aka Mickey Neutronic. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends about, what I'm saying, unique perspectives on how to play Hearthstone. More tutorials to come. Thank you guys for tuning in, and game on.